Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday morning. I hope you guys are ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas because as you can see, I am actually ready for Christmas. I love the decor for Christmas during this time of the year. My lights are actually just constantly on my Christmas tree. I have no idea what the lights are doing here on this vlog, but my lights are constantly on my Christmas tree. But hey, if that's what it want to do on this little film, that's fine too. But today, guys, I want to talk about the anticipated reads that I have for 2026, and they're all are by Black authors. I am super freaking excited to be able to read these books in 2026. And guys, I don't think that I am going to do TBRs for 2026 anymore. I might do wrap-ups for that month, but as far as doing TBRs, I don't think that I will be doing TBRs anymore because I am such a huge mood reader. And when I actually do those TBRs, like, I'm not getting those books read. I had actually started following them over into the following months, and then they still not get read. So I'm going to decide not to do TBRs in the year of 2026. I will do a TBR for December, and that's only because I will probably mostly be reading Christmas books. But I am too much of a mood reader to do TBRs. At least that is the thing that is on my mind right now. So 2026, we'll see if we do TBRs or not, which on my mind right now, I don't think that I am going to do them. But guys, I'm not going to hold you guys long. Today is Tuesday, the whatever it is, and we are going to talk about the anticipated reads that we want to read for 2026. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Over here we do a lot about books, and hopefully in 2026 I will be doing more with lifestyle also. I just have to really wrap my head around it. I have to be consistent and get the job done regardless if I feel like doing it or not. And that has been my problem for the past few years. So just starting as a content creator, I don't want to be a full-time content creator, but I want to be a content creator enough to make monies to, you know, do things that I want to do. But first of all, guys, I want to show you guys a book that I'm actually reading today, and it is called Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is a fantasy book, and I am freaking loving this book, y'all. I am on page 166, and this book is so freaking good. This book is just basically about this girl that is from the Silver City. She stole a goblet, and the queen that she stole the goblet from, they actually came to the city looking for the goblet, all the things. She ended up being caught going back to the Queen City where she stole the goblet from, and she is supposed to be like meeting her death, but things did not go the way the queen thought that they were gonna go, and she actually like pulled this sword from out of the ground, and I guess that's how Quicksilver actually came about. But it is really good. I love the characters in this book. They are so lifelike for this to be a fantasy book, and it is, the world building started very quickly in this book, and the action in this book is just phenomenal. This is my first time reading a Callie Hart book, and Brimstone, which is the second book in this series, which is the Fae and Mighty, I think it is coming out today, and I think Barnes and Nobles have it. So I will be going over there today to actually pick up the second book in this series. Y'all, this is a fantasy book, and y'all know how Yolandas books is about fantasy books, and I'm going to pick up the second book. So y'all ought to know that I really got to love these books, or that book. So I will be using my iPad to look up the books that I am going to be talking to you guys about today. So remember, guys, we are going to talk about my anticipated reads for the year of 2026. Alright, guys, so the first book that I am so eager to read is by Sadeqa Johnson, Keeper of Lost Children. Sadeqa Johnson, she writes historical fiction books, And I have read Yellow Wife by her. I have read The House of Eve by her. And I really do enjoy her writing style and how she places the words on the paper for you to understand what she is writing about, with it being historical fiction. So this one is about a lady named Ethel Gathers. She is a proud American soldier. She spotted a gang of mixed race children following a nun. She was actually very desperate to make a family of her own. I guess she was having a hard time conceiving. And then there is a guy named Ozzie Phillips who volunteered for the Army in 1949. And he was eager to break the barriers of black soldiers, and he went volunteer for the Army, and he noticed that racism encountered at home in the Philadelphia had followed him overseas. He found solace in the arms of Jekla, a German woman struggling with a lack of resources, and even joy in her destroyed country. So Sophia Clark, she discovers she has been given an opportunity to integrate a school in Maryland and leave behind her spiteful parents and grudging demands. In a chance meeting with a fellow classmate, she discovers a secret that unbounds her world, toggling between lives of those three individuals, which is Ethel Gathers, Ozzie Phillips, Jekla. Keeper of Lost Children explores how one woman's vision will change the course of countless lives and just demonstrate the love in its myriad of forms: family, parental, and forbidden. Even love of self can be transcendent. That is so interesting to me. Like I said, I love the way Sadeqa Johnson writes her books. She makes it so lifelike, so much emotion, so descriptive, and I am super excited to read Keeper of Lost Children. Oh guys, I'm sorry, and it comes out February the 10th, 2026. The second book I am so intrigued about reading is a Natasha Bishop book. If you guys have been following me, y'all know that I love Natasha Bishop writing. I've only read one book by her, which was only for the week, and I loved that book so much. It was just so spicy. It was so realistic. It was full of romance. It was full of sadness, all the things. So the next book that she is writing, that is coming out April the 14th, 2026, is The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop. And basically it is like a second chance at romance. It is about a girl named Dina and a guy named Malachi. Dina is a boss. She is a model trained influencer, and when her and she, her heart has been broken, and she does not have any reasons or any desires to risk romance again. But then her mentor dies, and this kind of brings him and her and Malachi back into each other's worlds. So with that being said, it's like, is there a chance at love again? And with me being a big romance girly, y'all know that is right up my alley. I love second chance at romance. I love fake dating tropes. I love anything of a book that is going to end up in a happily ever after. That is why I'm thinking that is what I might be kind of enjoying Quicksilver right now, because I kind of see like the romance in between Quicksilver and Sarah. I think that's her name is Sarah. But I love a romance. I love a happy ending. So the book is called The Art of Love by Natasha Bishop, and it comes out on April the 14th, 2026. The next book that I am super excited to read, because I am a freaking Kennedy Ryan reader, is Score by Kennedy Ryan. This book comes out in May 19th of 2026. And this book is just pretty much about a scoring second chance romance between a talented screenwriter and a phenomenal musician from a fantastic storyline and superb writer. So Y'all know how I feel about Kennedy Ryan. She writes such the best romance books. And I love listening to the audio for those books also, because whoever the guy is that she has reading her books every time as a narrator, chef's freaking kiss. His voice is just phenomenal. He has the ups and the downs, and he just makes the reading of the pages more satisfying for me. So this book is called Score. It's by Kennedy Ryan. Is it a part of a series, y'all? I'm not sure if it's a part of a series or not, but I didn't even know that she actually was coming out with another book until I was looking for books by Black authors that I would love to read. I didn't even know Score was a book that she had actually written. I have not heard or seen anybody talk about it. I'm going to try my best to get some of these books as arts off of Net Gallery to see if I can go ahead on and start reading them, even though it's not 2026. And I will just let you guys know how I feel about them in 2026. So we're going to move right along, guys. Kristina Forrest. Y'all, she is the writer that I believe wrote like, God, it just slipped my mind just that quick. Gosh, oh my gosh. I'll pop up a picture of the book that The Neighbor Favor. I think she is the one that wrote The Neighbor Favor series. I loved it. I have not read all the books in that series yet, but I'm still digging her writing. So she has a book that's coming out June 9th of 2026. It is called The Summer Girlfriend. And y'all, her and Kennedy Ryan, Natasha Bishop, like the covers of the books that they are coming out with in 2026, or they're lifelike, but they are also character like. So it's like they're giving you a really good picture of who the people looks like in the books, but they're putting a little twist to it so that it will be driven for any person to want to read it. Like, I'm gonna pop up a picture, of course, of the cover of the books, but like the covers are just stunning to me, and they just look like they have been painted with like watercolors, and it is just so cute for me. Again, it comes out June 9th, 2026, and it is a stand-in girlfriend and a handsome business hire found that their fake summer fling is feeling way too real in this new romance. So I don't even know what trope I would call that. Of course, it's a romance novel. It says a stand-in girlfriend and a handsome business heir find that their fake summer fling is, okay, so it's a fake dating trope. Fake dating trope. And the feelings are getting hot. The feelings are getting more than what they thought it would be with it being a fake dating trope. So this book comes out June 9th, 2026. It's called The Summer Girlfriend. Yeah, so I think I have a book on my shelf by this author, but I don't know how to say this author name. The book is called The Heirs, and it comes out June 2nd, 2026. And she's the author that wrote Ace of Spades. Brandy, I seen her talking about that book on one of her recent vlogs, and she really enjoyed that book. I have that book. I have not read that book. I need to read that book, but I have not. And I think that's the only book that I have on my shelf by this author. So I need to read that one. And then also I want to read this new one, The Heirs, is coming out June 2nd, 2026. It is just pretty much about it's a mystery. I'm not going to butcher the author's name. Pictures up on the screen. It's about five teen geniuses, their billionaire father, and the aftermath of his murder. So, that sounds really, really good. I love a thriller and a mystery book because I love to try to like help figure out what is going on, who did this, who did that. I love being surprised. I love being in the middle of what is actually going on. Like, I feel like I'm falling in that rabbit hole. I feel like I have stolen that goblet, like all the things. So it is called The Heirs, and it is coming out June 2nd, 2026. What's her name? Jessica George. I have read one book by Jessica George, and it took me a minute to get through that book. I think it's called Mommy. Took me a minute to get through that book because I just wasn't focused on that book. But once I did get through that book, I really did enjoy that book. And it is a book that I would love to read again. A book that I am super excited also to go back and read, annotate, and send it to my traveling book girlies. Y'all, shout out to Kimberly. She is one of my traveling book buddies. And she just had a life moment that she had to deal with, and y'all just send prayers up for her, please. She is doing okay right now, but she is such a nice lady. As far as what I have seen from her from comments on my vlog, she's a member of my channel. She is a member of my traveling book club, and she is just so super sweet. So y'all send prayers up for her and her dealings. But anyway, Love by the Book by Jessica George. It comes out April the 7th, 2026. The book is beautiful. And I'm super excited to be able to read this one. It is a friendship. Friendship is a love story you can count on. Remy is lucky. Her debate novel based on her 3 best friends become an instant bestseller when it releases, and her agent and publisher are clamming for a follow-up. So, I don't know. Let me see if I can figure out exactly what this book is about. It says 2 women, a chance meeting. Friendship is a love story you can count on. Remy is lucky. Her 3 best friends have always been there for her until the day that they're not. One of them moves to New York. One of them is pregnant, and one is busy with her awful boyfriend. Suddenly their foursome is splitting, and it feels like a breakup. Simone doesn't need friends. The only people she needs are her family. But when they cut her off, she realizes how alone she is. When Simone and Remy meet in a bookshop, it doesn't go well, but they might just have bumped into exactly what they needed. This isn't a romance, but it is about love. So y'all, I am super excited to read this book. Like I said, the cover of the book is just so stunning. I love the way she put colors together on her covers, and the covers is just so vibrant and just makes you want to read the book. Alright guys, another book that I want to read is a book called The Bridge Back to You by Reese M. Neilson. I've never read any book by this author. I have never even seen this author before, but this book comes out March 31st, 2026, and it is a contemporary romance. The cover of it is stunning. I like the way they use the bridge on the cover to simulate like a love story. So this book is about exes discovering they've been inherited the same restaurant they love in a sparkly emotional love novel. So the 2 people is Olivia and Carmelo. Carmelo's mom owned the restaurant, Cecilia's Place. This Cecilia's Place is where Olivia learned how to be a great chef, and is where she found her first love, which was Carmelo. And I guess something happened in between that time, so like 10 years later they come back together at this same restaurant, which they, I guess, inherited together. So then we'll just see how that love story goes. It says she finally has a chance to stay in one place and build a home after years on the move, and perhaps now is the right time to explore whether that home can be with the one who got away, which was Camilo. So super excited to read that book. And y'all, if y'all have gotten any of these books as ARCs already and have read them, y'all drop it down in the comments and let us know what you thought. All right, y'all, so this is the final book that I want to read for the year of 2026, which is my anticipated reads for the year of 2026. This is not out of my norm, but kind of out of my norm. It is inspired by a true story, which I knew it was inspired by a true story when I read the cover and seen the cover of the book. It is by Clay Kane. I have never seen this man before, have never read any book by this man. When I seen his picture, I actually had to ask them, was he a black man? And I think this is the only male that I have in my anticipated reads for 2026. But the book is called Burn Down Master's House. And is expected to be published on January 27th, 2026. And it is inspired by a true story, a long burnt stories of enslaved people who dared to fight back, a betrayal of resistance for readers. So I am super excited to read this book. Of course, you guys know this is a historical fiction book. And it says a contemporary literature and a gay fiction. I don't know what that means, gay fiction. So I'm super excited to read. Y'all, this Christmas tree is freaking me out. So I am super excited to read this book. The cover of the book really brought my attention to it. Because of the graffiti that's on there. It's a house and then it has flames behind it. I am so ready to read this book till it is unfunny. I love books that is inspired by true stories because that just keeps me more in tune with my African American history. So guys, those are all the books that I want to read for the year of 2026. All by black authors, and some of them I have read books by and enjoy and love their books, and others I have not read any book by these authors, but I am super excited to read these books. And just to give you a recap of the books that I want to read in 2026, it is The Keeper of Lost Children by Sadeqa Johnson, The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop, Score by Kennedy Ryan. Then we have The Summer Girlfriend by Kristina Forrest. We have the Heirs. I don't know her name. I don't know how to say it. We have Love by the Book by Jessica George. We have The Bridge Between Us by Reese Neilson, and Burn Down the House by Clay Kane. So guys, if you are interested in reading any of those books, or like I said, if y'all have read any of those books as arts, because of course I know they're coming out as arts and people have already started reading them, because on Goodreads I see some actual reviews on it. Y'all let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know about these books, because I am super excited to be able to read these darn books. All of them are by black authors, one male in the group. So Clay Kane, you got to come with it. You got to come with it to defeat these ladies, because some of the other ladies that's in this reading vlog or this anticipated reads for 2026, like, they are some great writers. But guys, that is it. That is all for this vlog. Again guys, if you have made it this far in this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I am. And I'm so happy that you made it to the end. But I want you to be a part of the family, get all the notifications, know exactly what Yolandas books are doing. So until next time guys, anticipated reads for 2026, I think it's gonna be the bomb. Bye y'all.